Now that you've read about why we think of this as a game, the importance of enthusiastic clients, and a little bit about the players, I wanted to give you a heads up on the next 4 sections of the tutorial, which are all about the most fundamental tool of the sales game, which is the 6-step process. I'm going to walk you through it very quickly and make a couple of points and let you get back to the tutorial. The first thing I want to say, however, you might go through this very quickly, or it might take years. For example, if a present client calls you, you've worked with many times before, you might get through this process in, I don't know, a 30-minute phone call. But if you're chasing the client of your dreams, it might take years. So what is the process? First, we have to have relationships. Hopefully those either are or have the potential to be genuine relationships, sincere relationships, not just a target. And when the time is right, varies on the situation. We need to express interest. Let them know that we'd like to work with them if there is an appropriate opportunity to help them with something they need. You may be in stage 2 for a long time, particularly if you're initiating contact. But eventually, when they have a need, we need to shape the service. Find out what they're trying to accomplish from your firm or from you. And if they're trying to accomplish, by the way, they may not know exactly what that is. But when we know what they want to accomplish, we want to shape the service. Find out about timing, deliverables, communication style, etc. When we think that we know what they want, then we're ready to go on to stage 4, trial close, proposal. Phase could be considered that as well. It's either formal or informal, written or verbal, but it's a summary of what we heard you say and what we can do about it. If they say you're right on, we can slide right on through to doing the work, which is stage 6. But there are many times when testing out what we heard and what we can do may need to go back and forth a little bit, or they may stay in stage 5 for a while. They're going through their own decision-making process. Stage 6 truly differentiates the sales game from any other system I've seen, because if we promise from the front end we want to have them be an enthusiastic client, then on the back end, we got to at least, or during the work, we have to make sure that they are enthusiastic with what we're doing. By the way, we also, if we don't get the work, want to go back and see what happened and why we lost and position for the future. And all these interviews, when they're substantive, and we'll be talking a lot more about that through the whole tutorial, we want to plan and prepare for those kinds of meetings. Couple of points. One, this is a framework for your plan, a business development plan, which is really a list of opportunities or relationships. When you know where they fit in that process we just ran through, then you're going to try to follow the best practices based on literally hundreds of interviews with attorneys and accountants, wealth managers, etc. And what should we be doing with that relationship to advance the cause, to make sure they're going to be enthusiastic, to enhance our chances of winning the work. Important point, don't rush the process. You can't skip any of these steps. You may shrink them a little bit, but you can't skip them. And I will, by the way, I love what a partner I worked with years ago said, never let your prospect hurry you into a relationship. And I think that's absolutely true. And I lastly want to say it's pretty much the same process working with referral sources. You still have to have good chemistry, genuine relationships. You have to find common ground. Do they work in areas that they can help you with, and vice versa? Have to shape the relationship if that common ground exists. When and how do they give referrals, or what do they consider helpful? Same for us. Collaborate, not just referrals, but maybe we can help them look good to one of their clients, co-sponsor a seminar, something like that. Once we start collaborating, it's a really good relationship. We want to track and nurture that relationship because this should be an ongoing thing. And we all want to check in too, I think, occasionally. Make sure they're happy with the relationship. Fine-tune it if we can, and maybe expand it by getting to know other people in their firm or other people in their network. So now on back to the tutorial, and we're ready to go from there.